Hey all, I'm Lindsay T, Lady Engineer, and welcome to my YouTube channel. You're probably wondering a little bit about me and why I feel qualified, I know I'm qualified, to give you startup advice. So let's backtrack a little. I started designing software in 2002 when I was studying systems engineering at University of Virginia, and I caught the bug for designing technology for people like right away. I went to Silicon Valley in 2005 with like a twinkle in my eye. I remember going to Google's campus in Mountain View. They had just opened that office. I went to a party or an event there and I was like, I have arrived. This is my time. So excited. It was a different time then, though. And I executed the startup blueprint to a T. It's probably a lot of things that you have been doing yourself. All right. I hacked away on the weekends. I entered pitch competitions. I looked for technical co-founders. I was even in the top 5 of Women 2.0's business plan competition in 2008 on Stanford's campus. I had projects written up in TechCrunch, SF Bay Area, NBC Bay Area, and SF Gate. So I did a lot of the things. I did all the things. I applied for accelerators, whatever, and like nothing turned into a business. And I left Silicon Valley with a tail between my legs thinking, maybe I'm not cut out for this startup world. I was deflated. But I had the bug, and in 2011, I hunkered down. I started working on a new idea of mine. I was living with my parents at the time to save money. I opened up software development books again to like relearn how to code. And 3-4 months later, applying for accelerators and startups, I was broke. And I was like, I just spent like 3 months learning how to code or refreshing my coding skills. And I wasn't building a business at all. So yeah, so when you think about like following the startup blueprint or learning to code yourself, like I saw these things and they weren't working for me. But 9 years later, it's 2020. I've been self-employed for 7 years. I worked at Gust, which is a online platform for angel investors, deciding which startups to invest in. I was hired by Techstars to teach and coach every single one of their startups on product and UX. I've given talks and workshops and mentors at plenty of accelerators. But in 2014, when I set out on my own, I had a lot to figure out. And when I figured it out for myself, I looked around and I was like, man, I've been in this startup world for like 10 some years and everyone is still following the same advice that like I followed 10 years prior, and it doesn't work. Like I'm looking at all the startups that I've seen be successful and I'm looking at what it's taking for me to be successful, and I've updated my blueprint. I've figured out a way to build something sustainable. But I still see startups and entrepreneurs following this really bunk advice, bad advice. 90% of startups are still failing because they're making the same mistakes that were made 15, 20 years prior. All right. So I want to share with you the actual ways that I see founders succeed. Okay. That I help founders succeed. The other thing you should know about me is that 4 years ago, I started performing due diligence on behalf of angel investors. And I've evaluated like over 50, 60 startups in depth for angel investors to decide whether to give them money or not. So not only am I an expert when it comes to product market fit, design, product development, innovation, all of that engineering stuff that I've been working on my entire career, I also understand how those strategies to gain revenue, how they need to be portrayed to investors, how to entice investors, so that you can get the financial support you want to scale and grow. All right. So I designed this channel to answer some of the most popular, most frequent, most often heard questions on the internet. They're questions that I have been answering for others for 2, 3, 4 years, even longer. And I put those answers on this channel for you to help you, because at the end of the day, I want to help entrepreneurs that want to solve real problems. I want to enable you to design technology that solves real problems, design technology for people. And the best thing I can do as a systems engineer with all of this startup experience is remove your roadblocks, streamline your decision-making process, give you more efficient ways of getting things done so you don't waste the time doing the things that I already did and can tell you don't work, okay? So put your questions in the comments, watch my videos, like and subscribe, reach out, download my ebook. I've put all these resources out for you. So ask me your questions and I will be happy to answer them. Thank you. And yes, subscribe to my channel so more people can get these resources. Talk to you later.